Hey everyone, happy Monday. Thank you for your collaboration discussion on your BARC results. Very interesting. Thank you for getting in there and listening to each other and responding. I think my goal for this activity was really to raise your awareness, and I think that happened. And that I really want to make sure you know and just kind of think it through that what we like to do, so a lot of hands-on things, technical education, it's easy for us to get into hands-on type work. But what we like to do isn't always the same as how we prefer to learn how to do. And so because we all have such hands-on programs in one way or another, it is important just to raise the awareness of what the learning styles are or learning preferences are. And not to say that just because maybe we prefer one way or you have a student that prefers one way, that they're not going to have to use a different method. They're going to have to read at some point. And so just having that awareness, I would encourage you, if you want your students to do it, to go ahead and see what comes back for them. Because then they too can have the awareness that, wow, not everyone around me learns the same way. So encourage you to do that and have that conversation with your students. That could be something you do that very first week of class. And one thing I wanted to share with you, if you're looking for ideas on, well, what can I do in my class to bring in some different strategies for teaching something? And John mentioned that he wanted to incorporate all four. He's got to do some research. So I went and just asked ChatGPT. So I'm going to pull a document in here. And this is one that I just asked ChatGPT, hey, I've got a computer science instructor that's looking to incorporate all different four learning styles from the BARC teachings and theory. Give me some examples. And this is what it gave me. So for visual, maybe use some flowcharts to illustrate algorithms, include UML diagrams. I have no idea what this stuff is. For object-oriented design, provide color-coded syntax examples to show structure and patterns, create infographics. For oral, facilitate code-along walkthroughs where students listen and follow, host peer-to-peer coding discussions or Q&A panels. Use screen recordings like I'm doing right now. This is a screen recording or screencast with explanations of debugging or maybe troubleshooting. For read and write, maybe assign some short reflection papers on coding best practices or ethics. Provide written instructions. Encourage note-taking on syntax rules or anything for that matter. When you physically have to write something out, something happens in the brain. It helps you really remember that versus typing it out. So having students write through things is really helpful, using discussion boards. And then for kinesthetic, set up some hands-on coding challenges in platforms like Replit or GitHub. Again, I have no idea what that is. John, you can tell me if those are legit things. But hopefully as you just read through these, it might even give you some examples or ideas of what you can do in your own classes. And if you want more examples, then I would suggest just using ChatGPT to give you some examples because they're out there if you want to try to incorporate a little bit of all of the different learning styles for your student. Don't feel like you have to just go all in. Maybe try onesie-twosie things and just see how it goes for your students. But good conversation. I think the goal was met. The awareness is raised. And if you were able to go in and listen to a few, that we're all just a little bit different, and your students will be too. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Module 2 for us in our class. Let me just kind of break this out a little bit. And what I wanted to say about Module 2, this is the module where you're going to get into doing a quality review of one of your courses using the same rubric we use to quality check all of our online courses. So if this is new to you, just so you know that, we do a quality review of all of our online courses every 3 years. And then we also have started doing this for our on-campus courses or face-to-face courses. But to get started with this week, you're going to watch a video that I made to review how to review and use the rubric. So that's the first thing you're going to do. And that video is right down here. I'm doing it a little different this week just to show you another way of watching a video. It's just a link, about 16 minutes, show you how to complete that rubric. And then you're going to take the Quality Matters rubric and go look at one of your own courses in MyWDT and just run through the rubric. And I'm not expecting that class to meet all of the quality standards, but this is just an exercise to get you looking at the rubric, what's being measured here, go looking at your course, how do I think I'm doing? Could be very subjective, and that's okay, but it's just an exercise to get you looking at what are the quality requirements that I need to meet for an online course or hybrid course. And so go ahead and do that, and then what you're going to do with that information once you complete the quality review is you're going to go into our Module 2 discussion and just describe some of your findings. You don't have to give me your entire rubric, but maybe give me a few things that were interesting to you, surprising to you, areas in your course that need some work or development, areas in your course that you thought, oh, nope, I meet the requirement here, and just have that conversation. So it's going to be another VoiceThread discussion. And then if you haven't done so, give me some information. Send me the course number of what you're going to use for your Sandbox course. That's going to be the course you'll work and develop throughout the remainder of this course this summer. And let it be a course that you are going to teach, and so that you can use this time this summer while you've got all these people to help you, really developing your pages, meeting best practices, meeting the QM requirements. And so if you haven't sent me that information, that's going to be something you do this week. But this is where we kind of start getting into the crux of building your courses and getting them meeting the standards, not only Western Dakota tech standards, but we'll also look at some federal requirements that we'll have to abide by here in the next couple modules too. But anyway, just wanted to do a brief check-in. Really enjoyed our meeting last week. And if you get working on your class and you need some help and it's not something that I've got planned in the class, please reach out. Happy to help you on that. That's what I'm here for. All right. Have a good week, everyone. Thank you.